John Deere Combine Dealer is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is hiring and seeking motivated applicants. Gray offers a second-to-none benefit package that includes health, dental, vision, 401k, paid vacation, and paid holidays. They offer great pay and tuition reimbursement or a tool purchase program for qualified candidates. It's a fun, friendly team with lots of variety and work assignments, so there's something for everybody. View and apply for their job openings today at grayusa.com. Visit them in person just off I-80 and North 56th Street. Come be a part of the Gray difference.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day, 3 to 6 p.m., and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
Landmark Implement is hosting their annual Air Seeder Clinic at the Landmark Holdridge Support Center near the airport on Wednesday, August 30th. Get a refresher on your air seeding equipment from Landmark's team so you're ready for seeding this fall. Session topics will include cover crops, Seed Start 2 and 4, calibrations, tractor prep, and more. Dinner will begin at 5:30 with the clinic to follow. All at the Landmark Holdridge Support Center on August 30th. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
This is former Husker and NFL linebacker Jay Foreman. For years, I've suffered from degenerative problems in both of my ankles, but thanks to a thorough and thought-out plan provided by Advanced Medical Imaging, I was able to get my life back with the least amount of pain as possible. While working through multiple options, the team of physicians at Advanced Medical Imaging were there to answer any questions I had. If you're experiencing any pain at all and want to get your life back, go to amimaging.com or give them a call at 402-484-6677. Advanced Medical Imaging, located at 7601 Pioneers Boulevard.
Vershawn Jackson for Brant Excavating. Brant's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brant is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brant Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to brantexcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brant Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go Big Brand!
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history. We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody. We are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. It is 10 days until Nebraska football kicks off against Minnesota. 10 days. Which number is synonymous with the number? Which name is synonymous with the number 10 in Nebraska history? I'm going to go with Mike Minter, number 10.
Jamal Turner.
Ooh, Jamal Turner. Ooh, Roy Halou Jr.
Yes.
Jamari Butler. Boom. Going out the current guys. Cannot forget Keithan McCant.
Yep.
Got that one for Husker Army. I know he'd be all over me if I didn't say Keithan McCant. Who else were number 10? Did Brett Clark wear number? Yeah, Brett Clark, I think, were number 10. All-American safety back in 83, 84.
I'm trying to think of other ones.
Yeah, thanks, 7543. Brett
hear-
Clark. Yep, I knew it. Gosh, I'm good at that.
Joshua Kalu didn't wear number 10, did he?
Oh man, I'm trying to remember.
He changed his number at one point.
It's sad that I know his Twitter handle more than I know. Was it Blues Clues? Clue.
Hold
on. Reggie Ball was number 7.
We're gonna try to figure it out. By the way, AD will join us here.
He's somewhere. He's
somewhere. He joined. So Kalu switched. To
if he joins us and he's like in the center circle at the Grand Ole Opry, that would be all-time AD right there.
So it looks
JD
like
Spillman. Yes,
JD.
Nice job, 8200. Yeah, AD's down in Nashville today, so he's doing the quick trip. He flew out yesterday. I think he got there about 8 or 9 last night, and then he flies back out at 4:30, and then he'll be back in the studio tomorrow.
You can't really see him. He's a but we do have AD now from Nashville. He tries to bring the lamp closer. It still doesn't work. It does not work.
No.
It looks like he's in an interrogation.
Now his voice needs to be changed.
Yeah. He's like an anonymous source for a murder investigation.
We have a special guest today.
I mean, we can see the outline.
There's one thing.
Wow! Look at AD.
Hey,
how about that?
There he is.
How about that? It's AD.
What's happening, man?
Not a whole lot. Number 10s in Nebraska football history. What do we got?
You got let me see. You got Charles Fryer. You got Mike Minter.
Going Charles Fryer. I like it.
Yeah, of course you got Brett Clark.
There we go.
got Grant right now as far as that goes.
Yeah. How about that?
Trying to think other tens. What are the tens you guys come up with?
I said Joshua Kalu because he wore 10 before he switched his number to 46.
Yeah, Roy Haley was number 10, wasn't
Roy
he?
Haley Jr.
I threw out Keith and McCann.
Yep.
Which, by the way, this is going to be Anthony Grant changed his number.
Oh,
Anthony Grant's now 23.
Ooh,
so that'll be something. But I mean, we can start there, guys. Gabe Ervin, number 1 running back on the depth chart right now.
Yes,
I don't think I'm not totally surprised.
Not surprised.
Yeah.
Not surprised at all. Guy, but does that here? I'll ask you guys a question. Does that tell you more about Gabe Ervin or more about Nebraska's running back room? When you think of his career, does that tell you more about Gabe or does that tell you about the Nebraska running back room?
I think it's a little bit of both, but I think the deciding factor is what we heard is that Grant was having some problems holding on to the ball in camp.
Yeah.
And you think about this, another great Nebraska running back, our radio family, Amon Green, my Husker brother. That was the thing that hurt him his first year or two in the league under Mike Holmgren. When he was in Seattle, just had some issues holding on to the ball. Obviously, he got that fixed, went on to become a Hall of Famer. So I have no doubt that Anthony Grant won't get it done as well. When you got a running backs room that deep, any flaw or any shortcoming, man, that's been habitual, which is obviously it seems like it's been something that's been kind of an issue because, as we all know, you just can't put the ball on the turf, man. You cannot put the ball on the turf. So I think it's a little bit of both. What do you think?
Well, I think people forget that Gabe Ervin started as a true freshman for Nebraska at I-back, and before he had hurt his knee, he was starting to really come on. Like you were starting to seeing some
you saw a glimpse of it.
You were seeing glimpses of it. Then he blew out his knee. Now he's had a full year under his belt.
Mm-hmm.
Usually that first year, I always say that first year when you come back, you're a little, I don't say rusty, but just getting that full so that year's past him now. So if he's bounced back to that form of where he was his true freshman year, then he should be the number 1 I-back. I know I know a lot of people are going to be like, but Grant had almost 900 yards and this, that, and
did have 900 plus.
And I understand that, but if, Gabe Ervin's got back to his back to 100%, I would probably have Gabe Ervin as my starting I-back.
One of the guys that you guys haven't mentioned, Ramir Johnson, who actually took over as the starter in 2021 when he got hurt, and everybody at the end was saying, "Oh, this is what Ramir Johnson looks like." So that then we bring Ramir into the conversation. Where does he fit in this?
Third down back.
Interesting.
I tell you what, man, it's going to be. I was curious, and I was sharing this with tomorrow over the weekend with some family members, in that it's going to be interesting to see how cohesive the guys will be. I'm not talking about right now. I'm not even talking in September, but I'm talking about November, late October. If it's still a running back by committee, and you bring it back, and I know I'm going way forward here. Well, you obviously lose Anthony Grant after this year, but you're still going to have a very stockpiled running back room. And unfortunately, in this day and age of the transfer portal, because all those guys in there, and we'll see that as the year turns out, we'll see what happens. But all those guys are extremely talented. That's one of the first things this new staff said when they came in. They couldn't believe how stacked the running back room is. Is there enough footballs to keep all those guys happy from hitting the portal? It'll be interesting. That's a conversation for postseason, but it'll be interesting to see how that works out, man. But as of right now, I'm glad. That's a great problem to have if you're a football team where you have 3-4 very capable guys that toting the rock.
Yeah, I think too that I like the Anthony Grant situation in a way that Coach Rule, came out and said, hey, he's having some trouble, holding on to the ball. I think that just puts a chip on his shoulder too. So I think I like the angles of it all.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of ironic that is the case, that Anthony Grant's having trouble holding on to the ball. Because, guys, I don't know if you remember last year, he became a fan favorite.
Oh, holding the football.
Because he walked around with a football everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
He walked with the football everywhere he went. And so he became like this fan favorite of how he cares about ball security. And so it's kind of ironic now that he loses out on the starting position, in week 0, basically. But this is a big week.
Was that the program?
Was it what?
Was that the program, AD? The movie?
Yeah, because it had Omar F.
Omar F.
was the running back, and he had to keep that ball in his hands the whole time. Where he would have round class, campus, everything. He had to have that ball in his hands.
Do I ask, Nick? Have you seen the program?
I have not.
You got to see it, dude.
It's funny.
I saw Anthony Grant carrying a football though last year.
That's pretty much where he got it from.
By the Union. I saw him walking down the sidewalk.
You should have went and punched it out.
I go, what the heck? I should have.
You should have punched it out. Then he chases it down, and then you guys fight for it, and then.
Well, thank God Nick didn't, because Nick may have got punched out. So we're glad Nick did not punch the ball out.
Thankfully, I'm still here.
Well, it depends. Is he going in there as Nick or Naj? If he goes in there as Naj, my money's on Naj all day long.
Well, Big Bird says
me and AG will get along.
Everybody loves Naj.
Yes. Travis has a good point there. He says, we'll be curious to see how Irvin does. I would almost rather have Irvin closing games with his run style of run over instead of make you miss. At the start of games, you need a running back who makes you miss with juices so high at the beginning of the game. And Travis, I agree with that too. I think that the benefit that we have the benefit of having both type of running backs in that locker room to do that. And Big Bird, I think you're correct. I think it does send a message to the players to hold on to the ball because as a team as fragile as Nebraska has been, in particular in the fourth quarter of games historically in the past 4 years, that has been the bugaboo for us, man. It's just senseless turnovers or dead ball pin, offsides, whole things like that. So the last thing you can do is put the ball on the ground. I mean, you just can't do that in any conference, let alone if you're trying to run the ball. If you're going to make it's yet to be seen, but if you're making a recommitment to pound the pill, well, you can't pound the pill if you're putting the pill on the ground all the time.
Yeah, I mean, guys, this is a big week now. This is the final week of fall camp, right before they really get into. I'm sure they've started their Minnesota prep, but before next week, obviously game week, and next week's gonna go by quick because you got Monday, you probably fly out, Wednesday, so you got 2 days of practice before you probably fly out on Wednesday. So and you play Thursday. So I mean, this is really a real important week for identifying depth chart, identifying spots and places. If they haven't already. And as we know, some of the positions already are decided, like running backs. So, it's an important week here coming up for Nebraska football. I'm expecting, I would assume that we get to see practice tomorrow. So with that in mind, it's going to be who's lining up first. Those conversations are going to be a little more important than maybe they were 2 or 3 weeks ago. So,
sorry, AD.
Go ahead, Raff.
I was just going to say, I wonder how they're going to handle like Thursday night if they'll have media availability after practice Thursday night, or how they'll play that out, or if that'll just be something they'll keep in house.
Yeah, I don't know. So, I don't know. AD, how was the wedding this weekend?
It was a beautiful wedding, huge wedding. Definitely were 500 guests there, so it was a massive wedding, and it was extremely hot, man. Oh my goodness. So the wedding was at this new venue they have in Grand Island. It's western part, like when you pull into right by that Case International dealership. So if you're coming into Grand Island on the main exit off of I-80, you almost get to the town. That Case International
gotcha.
Is going to be to your left, to the west. To the west. You take a left there and go for about maybe 2.5 miles, and it's by this not old bus, but it's by this bus company. And it is a beautiful facility, man. And Grand Island, in my opinion, needed something like that bad, because I really didn't know, besides the hotels in Grand Island and the country club, was it Riverside? River Run? What's the name of that country club there?
I think it's Riverside.
Riverside, yep.
Yeah, Riverside's got a nice banquet facility, but besides that and the hotels, and they have a place called Ball Center or something like that, BALZ, that's there. But this place was beautiful, man. Dude, the ceremony was outside.
Dang.
It was with the heat index, it had to be every bit of 102, 103. And we were just sitting there. Dude, I had Niagara Falls coming off my head.
I bet. It was probably real shiny.
Oh,
it was probably real shiny that day.
You would have thought all of us jumped in a swimming pool, but Pastor Ken, who's been their longtime pastor for Mackenzie, my niece who got married, he says, I'm going to keep it under 30 minutes. And he did right at that. Wow. And we got inside. But it was a beautiful wedding, man. Beautiful wedding. Huge wedding. So it was cool. So I got back in town, back in the Lincoln yesterday afternoon, and got changed. Raff picked me up, and I hit the airport and flew here to Nashville. You can see
awesome.
The little skyline back there. And yeah.
It's a little, since you blurred out the background, it's a little blurry, but there you go. we see the outlines at least. We see the outlines. Speaking of all outdoor workers,
now you can see it.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, beautiful.
Seems like a place that I would like.
Naj would like.
Excuse me. I think I have an alter ego.
You do?
I think I have an alter ego. Mr. Unlimited.
Do not get him started, man.
Anyway. But all right, gentlemen. Take it.
All right. We do got a guest coming up at 9:00. We come back. We'll discuss some more. Also, I know we don't have a ton of PGA folks, but this is something worthy of being discussed. What happened at the Mercedes Classic yesterday was something that was unheard of on a golf. It was almost Tiger-esque what the winner did yesterday. So we'll discuss that a little bit. Obviously, too, Husker ball. We got a former Husker coming on at 9:00 hour to discuss as well. So we got a lot of things coming, man.
All right.
Throw it the breaks. The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Landmark Implement is hosting their annual Air Cedar Clinic at the Landmark Holdridge Support Center near the airport on Wednesday, August 30th. Get a refresher on your air seeding equipment from Landmark's team so you're ready for seeding this fall. Session topics will include cover crops, Seed Start 2 and 4, calibrations, tractor prep, and more. Dinner will begin at 5:30 with the clinic to follow. All at the Landmark Holdridge Support Center on August 30th. Learn more at landmarkimp.com/events.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
When you were a kid, clubs were cool. Robotics club, or space club, and stuff like that. But what do adults get? Book clubs and quilting clubs? No, forget that. How about a margarita club? Get to Upside Bar and Lounge and join the best club in town. 10 flavors of margaritas like Maui Wowie, burnt pineapple, and mango tango. Try all 10 of them and receive your own souvenir margarita glass. Make it your new Monday night tradition. $4 margaritas and $4 taco baskets. Grab the crew and head on over. Monday nights or any night. Upside Bar and Lounge at 29th and Pine Lake.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Join Planet Fitness now and get the PF Black Card for only $24.99 a month. You'll enjoy an upgraded experience with tons of perks.
Like access to more than 2,000 locations worldwide?
Yep.
And massage chairs?
Yes.
Can I bring a friend every time?
Sure.
Can my friend be a horse?
Nay. Sorry. Get the PF Black Card and feel fit-tacular. Only $24.99 a month. Our most popular membership, the PF Black Card, is your ticket to getting all the perks. Join today. See Club for details.
Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices. It's August, and that means summer is winding down and the kids are back to school with lots of fall activities coming up. All great things, but also cause lots of stress. Instead of letting your nerves get the best of you and cause uncomfortable tightness, get ahead of it all with a massage from The Body Shop. The Body Shop in Lincoln is your place for all types of massages. Deep tissue, hydrating, sports, Swedish, hot stone, aroma, and more. And don't forget about their couples massages. Book your appointment today at thebodyshoplincoln.com. The Body Shop at 48th and A. Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting up September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Friday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Bush broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar ahead of the air show this weekend. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Friday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see some patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, it'll be sunny, breezy, and very hot. We'll see a high around 104. Tonight, clear skies and warm overnight lows around 75 are expected. And tomorrow, more sunshine, another very hot day. We'll see a high around 105. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. And just before we came on the air today, I noticed The Athletic put out their They put out a top 133 team rankings every week, I guess. And their preseason one came out, and they have Nebraska at number. Can you guess, Nick?
For what now?
They rank the top 133 teams. The Athletic
currently.
Yep.
Okay. Nebraska is sitting at 48th.
AD, do you have a guess?
Oh boy. I would say, what'd you say, Nick? 48? I would say anywhere between 40 and 50.
The Athletic has Nebraska ranked at number 72.
Wow.
Mm.
So I saw that just before we came on air. I was like, a little low, I thought, but
You know what, though? I didn't even know there were chips. You said the top 100. How many teams?
so the 133, I guess there's 133.
I misheard it. I was thinking top 50. You know what, though?
You ranked them 48 out of 50? Or
Let me ask you this. This is being real talk. Take your emotions out of it. What reason would they have to be higher? You won 4 games. You won 4 games last year against. I mean, the only game that you won last year that was think about it, guys. What game out of those 4 games we won that were a reputable opponent? Think about it.
Yeah. Iowa.
That would be it. That'd be Iowa. That'd be the most reputable one. And no one's, screaming anything about, Iowa, but Iowa at least had a chance to play in the conference championship, to go to a bowl game. But yeah, besides Iowa, the ship had already left the dock by the time we played Iowa as far as, postseason of anything. So, out of 100-something teams, jeez, they were.
Yeah, and you look at the 10 teams ahead of Nebraska. You got James Madison at 62, Marshall at 63, Syracuse at 64, BYU, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Liberty, Toledo, Ohio, Arizona. So, yeah.
Nebraska, like I said, to be ranked even at 72 out of 100-something teams is, I think we're fortunate to get that. And like I said, hopefully all that, first of all, it is in a rearview mirror right now because it's a new season. So, everybody starts at the same spot right now. So hopefully they can make some noise this season. But if we're looking at the past, that ranking is probably, on. It's kind of surprising that James Madison's ahead of us. But at the same time, Nebraska, that's where they are, have been. Let me put it that way. That's where they've been. Because of right now, everybody's got a chance to change their own team narrative. Start right now. David from Renewed too. I was looking at this over break. I didn't say nude venue. I said new venue.
Of course. Grand Island's getting a little risque.
Yeah. I assure you I didn't go to a nude wedding. No. Yeah. We were fully clothed, and although as hot as it was, I'm sure there was some wouldn't have minded.
Yeah, exactly. Guys, how about this? So this is just, we don't have much time left in this segment. So an NBA employee woke up this morning, former NBA employee woke up and chose violence. Ready for this? They were logged into all of NBA's social media accounts on Facebook, and they sent out on Facebook, "How do I log out of this?" Anyways, the NBA overextends its social media employees greatly to the detriment of their health and social lives for a salary of less than $50,000 annually. I worked 14-hour shifts without breaks at times. Shout out to Adam Silver. We don't get health insurance, and it's silly. Glad I resigned. No need for a job to get in the way of your happiness. He said they sent that out on the NBA social media platforms.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Because they just stayed logged into it and they quit. They resigned.
Gotta go.
A couple weeks ago. It's crazy. That's crazy.
They don't get health insurance?
Probably not. Not a social media guy, probably. No.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So that's what's crazy. But
he had enough. That person had enough. Say, I'm done.
Yeah. They woke up and they were like, all right, this is what's gonna happen today.
Gotta go. I guess he could have done a lot worse, or she could have done a lot worse.
They could have done a lot worse.
Yeah.
But
Twizzlers,
right,
thank you, Twizzlers. As you guys love the show, want to give a shout out to all the people working outside in this brutal weather. Stay cool, everyone. Stay safe. Twizzlers, appreciate you, man. Yes, I concur. It is brutally hot outside, and it's not much different here in Nashville either. I think I think we're supposed to be 102, 103 all week until Friday. So all
Fine.
you guys and gals that are listening, thank you so much. Be safe out there. Drink plenty of fluids. Stay hydrated. If you're thirsty, you probably waited too long. Drink as much water as you possibly can.
All right.
All right, we'll throw it a break. When we come back, we'll do some history.
Hey, it's Jake Bachus. Join me, the captain, Rashawn Jackson, and the black shirt, Terrell Farley, on Monday, August 21st at Club Pilates for their grand opening and ribbon cutting. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the captain and the ticket water cooler. That's all this Monday at Club Pilates at 83rd and Holdridge.
Summer is winding down, but there's no reason to put your golf clubs away. Double Eagle Golf makes golf leagues and events possible year-round. Sign up today for 9-hole leagues this fall, any day from Monday to Friday, starting on September 25th. Check out their deals on monthly memberships and schedule your Husker watch parties, birthday or bachelor parties, corporate and team outings, or just a good old Saturday with the boys. That's all at Double Eagle Golf inside the Kinetic Sports Complex on West O Street. Call today at 402-742-0140. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
My dream was to work in commercial banking, but it required a college degree and I didn't have one. I found out that Doane had classes for adult learners on the Lincoln campus and online. So I earned my bachelor's degree, and 5 months later, I landed my dream job. I decided to continue my education, and now I'm working on my MBA at Doane. For me, the Doane experience has been life-changing.
Tailored Lights is your go-to local manufacturer and installer of the best landscape lighting. Tailored Lights is excited to highlight the architecture of your home or business and provide a warm environment that feels safe. And for those outside the Lincoln area, they do ship across the country and are happy to work with anyone near or far with lights anywhere from 18 inches to 110 inches. Enhance your curb appeal with an exquisite tailored light today. Call 402-432-2572 or go to tailoredlights.com.
Rashawn Jackson for Brandt Excavating. Brandt's been in business for 29 years, and they specialize in a variety of things. If you're looking for someone to get the job done in precision demolition, excavating, trucking, mass grading, and site prep, Brandt is the place to call. To set up a quote or learn more, call Brandt Excavating at 402-474-4113 or go to BrandtExcavating.com. They're also hiring, so join the team today. Brandt Excavating, a part of the Bauer brand, who reminds you, go big Brand.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no fees. And Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. This is The Drop with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. We are 10 days away from Nebraska versus Minnesota. AD, it's about that time for the two most famous words in 93.7 The Ticket history.
Unintended.
Don't know much about history. Don't know much about biology. Don't know much about a science book. Don't know much about the French I took. But I do know that I love you. And I know that if you love me too, what a wonderful world this would be.
There it is. So the Beyond the Turf guys have made their way into the studio, and
I don't know about all that.
they're just commenting how great the song is. And I was like, well, it's just something we do.
Yeah, it sounds good.
It's like a karaoke session.
The 1 a.m. karaoke mic.
All right, what's up for today? Here's the Raff.
Oh, this is AD's. AD's got the history.
Okay. Somebody take it away.
Take it away. I just got the birthdays.
I just heard laughter. I can hear Kyle and those guys back. Those old linemen are always laughing at those little guys trying to sing, man.
I don't know. That was like a 1 a.m. karaoke session. That's not like the 8 p.m.
You guys are good, right?
Right, yeah. That's all about it. Yep. That's a 1 a.m. cut.
Well, in Husker history today, we have, folks, a name that you haven't heard in a long time. In fact, it's crazy. I believe it's been 20 years ago. Former Husker quarterback Kurt Dukes transfers to Duke University. Think about this, you guys. When was the last time you heard the name Kurt Dukes?
About 5 seconds ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago when he transferred.
Yeah, man.
I'm racking the brain. Obviously.
Yes. Kurt Dukes was kind of one of those guys that came in that there was a lot of obviously very high expectations. Just didn't pan out for him here like it does for a lot of guys at other schools as well. Goes on to Duke University. I think he has like 2 years of eligibility. I'm not sure how he fared out his senior year at Duke. There was a big stir when he left here back in 2003. So that is your history for this Monday. Kurt Dukes, right out there from, I think it was from Stony Point or High Stony Point, North Carolina. So basically went back home is what he did.
He was a big-time recruit, too.
Oh,
yeah,
he
was
a big get.
Yeah. He was a big get.
Because you had Kurt Dukes, and then you had the throw god. Why can I never remember his name now? But I know him as the throw god. So Nebraska was bringing in, highly talented quarterbacks. The problem is that they just weren't. Nothing happened out on the field for them.
There wasn't a lot of coaching up on that offensive side, I don't think, under that staff and that 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a defensive. It was a defensive mindset, that whole team.
Yeah, we were definitely struggling on that standpoint of things as far as we think about it. You lose a guy like that. Gosh, who was our starter in 2003?
Well, it went Jamal Lord. It was right after Jamal.
Yeah. Jamal Lord. Then you had Joe
Gans.
No, oh gosh, why am I forgetting? He's a coach now.
Zach Taylor. Was it Zach?
No, the guy that was an option quarterback, but they tried to make him a passing quarterback. He had
Martinez.
He had 4.
Which one?
He had 4. He had 4 touchdown passes in the spring game. Oh gosh, I can see his face. Help me here.
I'm tired of throwing out names.
Somebody on the text line, give me it. You know who it is. He's an assistant coach now.
I'm going to say
Joe Daly. Thank you.
That's who I was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't know why I can't remember his name.
Poor great minds like us can't come up with that name.
I never can remember Throw God's name. What is Throw God's real name?
Don't look at me.
God.
This predates me.
I mean, Throw God was the 5-star quarterback. He came to Nebraska. This was supposed to be the game changer. And he came in.
I've never even heard that term, Chris.
You've never heard of Throw God?
I don't know that thing.
On a break, I'm going to show you Throw God, and you're gonna lose your mind.
Is it just like a 90-yard rip?
Hey, that was Raff. That was Harrison Beck.
Harrison Beck. Have you
Yeah.
seen any of Harrison Beck clips lately?
Oh yeah, he's
the throw
yoked
god.
out. Yeah,
He's the throw god.
Huge. He's huge. Yeah,
throw
He's probably
god.
about he's probably every bit of about 250, 260, 270.
You see Derek Carr? Those
big
pictures of
beard.
Derek Carr coming in there.
He's been lifting.
He's huge. You're gonna get drug tested on Monday. Guaranteed. With that from the program, right?
Yeah. Nick hasn't seen the program.
All right, so what do we got for birthdays here?
Oh, we got birthdays. Big happy birthday goes out to the only two-time Heisman Trophy winner, Archie Griffin from Ohio State. We'll see if he continues to be the only two-time Heisman Trophy winner after this year.
Hey, how old is Archie, man?
I was born in 54, so that would make him 69. Is that right?
No, it'd be 79, right?
Yeah.
79?
He's got to
No,
be over
54.
54. So
he would have
04
been 50 in 0 year, 04. He would have been
69.
No.
Oh.
He would have been 50 in 2004.
Yeah. 20 more years.
20 more years would be
Oh.
2024, which would mean he'd be 70.
70, yeah.
70. Okay,
Yeah,
I
he's
was
in
at
the
79. Yeah, 7. Let's go 6 or 69.
Yeah, 69, yeah.
Why don't you know these?
I just said
you bring it up.
No,
and
you
you don't
actually
know the
I said
age.
you're born in 1954. I said 69. He's 69.
I did hear him say 69 because it made me laugh.
Okay.
This is what I deal with on the show.
And then we got,
All right.
and then happy birthday to the punky QB, Jim McMahon.
Oh,
Huh?
yeah.
And to the greatest sprinter in the history of the world,
The Bolt.
Usain Bolt.
The
Nice.
Bolt.
37.
There you go.
All right, we're going to send it a break right now. This is the Drive 93.7 The Ticket. When we get back, we have our guests in the studio.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
Hey, it's Jake Bachus. Join me, the captain, Rashawn Jackson, and the black shirt, Terrell Farley, on Monday, August 21st at Club Pilates for their grand opening and ribbon cutting. We'll be there from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. for the captain and the ticket water cooler. That's all this Monday at Club Pilates at 83rd and Holdridge.
Sunday morning. It's quiet, not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Friday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Bush broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar ahead of the air show this weekend. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Friday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HNHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Hi, it's Charlie Stone again, and with me on the line, Andy Goodyear, General Manager of Honda of Lincoln. Andy, I know how proud you and everyone at the dealership are to earn the prestigious Honda President's Award year after year, 17 times. Tell our listeners what it means to you and your customers.
Thanks, Charlie. Yeah, all of us are extremely proud to have earned this award, and I want all of our customers to know it's not just earned by one person's effort. It's the entire dealership. sales, parts, and our amazing service department.
17 times. Wow. How does that compare to other Honda dealers?
This award is only given to the most elite dealerships that demonstrate excellence. We really do strive to go above and beyond for the ultimate customer experience before and after the sale, Charlie.
That's why for 2022, Honda of Lincoln is once again Nebraska's #1 volume Honda dealer. Come experience the Honda of Lincoln way of doing business, 27th and Yankee Hill Road, or online at hondaoflincoln.com.
Tune in to the Teammates Mentoring Hour each Wednesday from 6 to 7 p.m. on 93.7 The Ticket. Hear stories from the program started by Tom and Nancy Osborne and how it's changed mentors and mentees' lives and how you can be involved. The Teammates Mentoring Hour, Wednesday nights from 6 to 7 o'clock on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. We hope you'll join us this year at the Step Forward Awards Luncheon on October 6th in Lincoln. To register, visit serve.nebraska.gov and click Register Now. We hope to see you there. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Welcome into The Drive with AD and Raff. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
Brought to you by Sandhills Global on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. It is Monday. We are 10 days away from Nebraska football, but more importantly, being Monday, today is the day, the season 2 drop of Beyond the Turf.
Oh, yeah.
Episode 1 for season 2. We got the guys in here. We got Mr. Kyle Colmore again.
The one and only.
The one and only.
Yeah, yeah.
We got Missy.
Missy, yeah. Let me tell you.
Great.
Oh,
man.
Missy
Elliott.
You got Missy Elliott in the studio?
Yeah. Missy Elliott in the house. I can't stand the rain.
Things got real quick.
Yeah, I was trying to say Jesse, and I went.
That's fine.
I slid it together.
I see that.
We got Mr. JB, Jesse Bergman in the house also.
All right.
That's how it's done right there. I messed up. I was,
Good intro.
Yeah.
Welcome to live radio.
Yeah, right. We need intro done. We need all sorts of work.
Looking live.
We got all sorts of work we need done on our podcast.
I want to say this as we get started. You know, Kyle being my Husker brother. Kyle was a Southeast grad.
Let's go Knights.
Right, Mighty Knights. Hey, they're going to be good this year. You watch them; they'll win City. They'll win City this year.
They look awfully. As always, Southeast has that big line, man. They look very athletic.
280 pounds is their average weight this season.
280.
That's big. 280.
It's cool.
Four returning starters. Best quarterback in the city. They'll win the city all day.
Kyle, who they got as running back, man?
I'm not sure who their running back is this year. Well, no, that it's Cash Butenbach.
Yeah,
old Butenbach's boy.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're legit. They're legit athletes.
Cal, let me ask you this, man.
What's up?
And Jesse, good to see you this morning, man. Not Missy Elliott, Jesse Bergman.
You know that's coming out. You know that's coming out and be on the Turf podcast.
This whole season is going to be premeditated by this.
He hates rain. He hates it. He just hates rain.
Yeah. Oh boy.
Yeah.
They call it football.
I like it. Yeah.
Let me ask you both this, man. What Beyond the Turf, like I said, second season drops today. You guys go back a long way, Jesse and Kyle, you guys go back a long way. What was the genesis? How did you guys start with Beyond the Turf? How did it start?
I'm sure it started with like a couple beers somewhere. Like, hey, we got things to say. People probably want to hear it. Let's do a podcast. And maybe I'm simplifying it,
It's really
but
pretty true.
the context of what we do is as Sean Callahan has said, is pretty raw. It's unfiltered, but we try to bring, old athletes, current athletes, and ask them questions that they're not typically asked. Like, we got into one. We interviewed our good brother Randy Stella, former Husker, great guy. It's the funniest interview. He talks about getting shot in the face. I mean, he was wide open with it, and it was fascinating to hear him talk about it. But the last 30 minutes of that episode, we're talking about what cereals would be on the Mount Rushmore of cereals. I mean, that was it. And what was he all in on? Grape nuts or some crap?
No. What was it?
He couldn't stop about grape nuts or
it was some
frosted
oddball,
wheat. It's no.
Have you ever tried grape nuts?
Yeah.
Terrible.
Yeah.
It's the worst.
Terrible.
It was like the only cereal my grandmother would ever have, and I'm like, I don't want to stay at my grandma's house. I don't want to have to get grape nuts for breakfast.
One of my roommates in college was one day, he was just like, yeah, I'm trying to be more healthy, so I got these. They said it was really healthy, and he poured himself a bowl, and I go, that looks like gerbil food. And we all tried it, and he threw the box away.
It's terrible.
It's like, well, I did what I could.
So no, we had some great interviews. The season 1, we got Darren. It was Darren Erstad's first interview after he left Nebraska. We were his first interview. Dom Raiola, Eric Crouch, Mike Mowdy was on, and Mike played after me at Nebraska and after you, Aaron, at Nebraska. But it was a heartfelt episode where he talked about his son, his 19-month-old son, passing away, picking up his body, and actually promoted his foundation that he started for him. So we don't talk about X's and O's. We talk a little about the athletics, but it's beyond the turf. It's beyond what everyone else is asking. That's really what we're trying to dive into.
Yep. Had Matt Abelmassey on post interview
that was fascinating
coaching. And he's
that was
now
great.
in the agent section of professional athletics, and just the difference between being a coach at a college level.
He's doing NIL. I mean, he's on that agent NIL side, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, he's definitely working some of that as well. But where he's allowed to and where he can't. But, for sure. We've had the blessing to talk to a ton of personalities around the Nebraska scape and really get their takes on life in general, not just the sports side of it, which has been kind of fun. That was what we really wanted to bring to the table to be different, was who are these people? At the end of the day.
Yeah.
So season 2 drops today. Your guest, Sean Callahan.
Yeah, ticket guy, right? He
does
your stuff, right?
He does the Saturday morning,
right?
He's Husker Online on 3. Their shows on Saturday mornings, but he's not
a ticket.
No, he's not. We have Sipple.
We have Sipple.
Yeah.
We have the other on 3 guy.
Sipple's good. Yeah.
So you guys going to season 2? I'm sure you probably set some goals out for yourselves with some guests out there that you might want to get for season 2. Who are some of the guys that you're looking at maybe trying to bring on?
The guy we want to get is Bud Crawford. I mean, that is the guy that we want on. I mean, we've got some leads in on him, and it's interesting. If you listen to the first episode we did last year, Sean talks about how he had to learn how to chase interviews, and because he was chasing the recruits, same sort of thing, chasing the coaches, chasing the high school coaches, and that's something we're learning is, hey, you want to interview these guys. I mean, but Bud Crawford would be he's our top get this year, and he's a stone's throw away. He'll come. Like, we'll get him there. We'll figure it out. How hard can it be? It's only the most popular boxer in the world.
I can hear it now.
What's that?
Guys, I don't know why I'm all tied up right now, because you're going to be on the podcast. And we had to
put it on the radio. You can't say
now it's too late. We're really setting up the big hitters here.
Yeah.
I mean, that's definitely one we're chasing is Bud. But, I mean, we had Josh Dotzler coming on a future episode already pre-recorded, ready to go. It's a really interesting conversation about why Creighton's better at basketball than Nebraska. I mean, yeah. So, I mean, it's Josh is doing great things with Abide in Omaha as well, which is, again, beyond the turf. So that's what we're really shooting for, is to find these athletes that are making a difference in the world now and talking to them about why they're doing what they're doing. What's their why?
Nancy Metcalf, she's on. She'll talk Husker volleyball, why John Cook is so good at what he does. And it's that's going to be an interesting. We've got some interesting questions for her.
Well, tell her that she should have stuck to softball.
We'll let her know.
Well then,
I'll tell you what. We played co-ed softball at the university.
Yeah,
and they're like, "Hey, I don't even know how it was, but Nancy and a couple of volleyball girls came out, and I swear to you, Nancy is hitting balls over the. I think it was probably like 275." Hitting them over the fence.
So
just bombs.
So here's an unknown fact about her. She did like unofficial swimming for the University of Nebraska while she did volleyball, and she won some Big 12 races. I mean, she is like the female Dominic Raiola, because Dominic Raiola was an incredible baseball player.
Yeah.
I mean, just a great golfer, like just a freak athlete. I mean, they're just wired different, man.
Yeah, she's an absolute freak. That was the funniest thing I ever saw in my life.
Just bombs.
And it wasn't even, they weren't like just barely clearing the fence. It was like they were going over and they were still going up. And I was like, what is this? And then she got and played like center field, chucking everything down, running it down. I'm like, she's one of the greatest softball players I've ever seen. So every time I see her, I always go, should have stuck to softball.
She's a cut-your-throat athlete too. I mean, she is ice in her veins, cold.
Hey, when her and Jason, they got kids now. Those kids get older, they're gonna be wondering where they got their skills from. Everybody's going to point to the mom. They're gonna be looking at Jason. God bless his soul. God bless Jason. I love him to death, but man, Metcalf, she's built different, bro. She is built different.
Yeah,
we love you, Jason.
Great athlete.
Yeah. You guys, let me ask you, Kyle and Jesse both, man. When you were when you guys are prepping for your show, because like I said, radio was something totally new to me. I think we just celebrated our year daily. I think that was last week. We were all daily, but when it started just once a week, I was nervous as heck, man. I'm like, what in the heck are we going to talk about? First, I thought we were on air just for 1 hour every Wednesday night. Then they dropped the bomb on me. It's 2 hours on Wednesday nights. Honestly, I was pissed at Raff for the first month and a half of the show every Wednesday. Like, man,
content's hard, isn't it?
Yeah, this is a lot of time. And then when DP said, hey, daily, I was like, oh, I was like Mr. Furley in Three's Company. I was like, like what?
Well, I mean, content must be hard if you're dragging us on.
Got a point.
you let BYTT on. It's like, yeah, you're struggling for content.
Yeah, we have nothing to talk about. You guys want to come on here?
Yeah. There it is.
Well, we've been fortunate to have good models like Rico and obviously Nick and the rest of the team there, because those guys have been in the game for a long time. They know what they're doing. They can do it in their sleep. When you and Jesse sit down, do you guys map out? How do you guys kind of create your shows? You kind of just have you guys meet weekly, because we kind of do. Ours is kind of like we just kind of get. Obviously, as you know, you have to become a connoisseur of the news, what's going on in the sporting world, etc. How do you guys decide who your guests are going to be? How do you get in content shows?
Well, so we try to split them up. We try to do half our episodes in interview and half our episodes just kind of BSing about current news. So, we've done episodes on alcohol sales at the university. We've done episodes on conference realignment. We've done episodes about the upcoming Super Bowl. So those are pretty easy ones. It's low hanging fruit. The interviews, we're like, all right, so who can we chase down? Who's willing to do this? We've asked probably, about 15 to 20 people to do it. And we've only had a couple tell us no, which, that's fine. I mean, that's going to happen. So the map out really is the interviews are probably the harder ones to get, chasing down, aligning the schedules with all the parties that are involved in it. But the content, just us to kind of BSing about a couple things, those aren't hard. You just find the relevant news story. Go ahead.
Yeah, to add a little bit to prep, we're not big preppers. Like the intent of the show is
shock.
Shock. It's to feel like a cup of coffee, right? Like it's like us sitting down at a coffee shop and having a conversation like you would with your friends. So
yeah,
we want to keep that pretty fresh. So yeah, we have talking points, but we're not like here's the exact news article. I mean, and if you ever listen to the show, we're going to get every statistic wrong because it's always off the cuff when it comes up, and it's just the way it works. And
it's like when we were trying to come up with the throw god's name.
The throw god.
That literally felt like
You know the guy.
You know the throw god. You
Come on, he does the videos. And it's really far. There's a guy just kind of crazy. I just what is his name?
That's it.
Everyone
knows that's throw god.
That's AD work. That's
like great back end support too. We have a producer on the back end who's been making content for other shows, and Ryan has just been fantastic in guiding us, and also in just, I mean, he does all of the editing, he does all of the social posting, he's doing all that work to make sure that we're staying honest with each other. So otherwise Kyle and I get really busy. I mean, we obviously, content is not a full-time gig for us, so it's definitely makes it difficult.
Yeah.
Nice. So if somebody's listening right now and they're like, hey, I want to catch this podcast, how do they go about that? Can they
any favorite podcast app? It's syndicated everywhere. So I mean, obviously Spotify, Apple Music, Google Play, all those different places, SoundCloud, Audible. I mean, you can take your pick here. It's out there. So
Beyond the Turf.
Yeah.
Get there.
So we are working on an episode, and we're hoping that we can get some help from your listeners in some capacity. And I don't know, so we're needing some help on this. So we do try to do some funny stuff like the Mount Rushmore cereal with Randy Stella. We're trying to come up with kind of a full season, throughout the season, like a wrestling Royal Rumble between the Big Ten coaches. So it's like Ryan Day versus Jim Harbaugh. I mean, that would be the championship fight, but we need to come up with wrestlers' names for these guys.
Yeah, they need some Nacho Libre.
Like we got to come up with something. I mean, I don't know if the listeners can help us with this. I mean,
the listeners love wrestling.
So now, do you want
Bach over there loves wrestling? Right. Our owner DP loves wrestling. Yeah. So they have a wrestling show.
SummerSlam.
Yeah,
what's that?
DP went to SummerSlam.
That stuff. Yeah. It is okay. So here's a stat on wrestling: 500 million people watched the WrestleMania this year. 150 million watched the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
the number one sport in India is wrestling.
Yep.
Wow.
It's fascinating. It just blows my mind.
So what you're saying is we'll become big in India after this whole
thing. Yeah. And the Big Ten coaches.
That's right.
So are you wanting like just names, or you want like wrestlers that they're compared to? Like
name like Ryan Sleepy Day. I mean, he's got
Ryan
Day's more like
he's got those big bags under his eyes. He's called Sleepy.
Call him like the marionette. He has the rosy cheeks. He looks like a puppet.
Whoa. Ryan the Puppet Day.
Something
there you
like
go.
That.
See, that's what we're looking for.
All right.
See, Kyle, I remember when I had just flown in to South Carolina, and I was heading to the speaking venue. I just got in the airport. I just left the airport and got in the car, and you called me, and I knew exactly where I was at, and you said, AD, we want to get a wrestling name for each of the Big Ten coaches. And I remember I'm in the back seat just dying laughing because I'm thinking of Harbaugh, Khaki Harbaugh or Hacky Harbaugh or something like that.
Yeah.
We should be taking notes right now.
I mean, obviously Bielema's like Typhoon or Big Thunder or something.
I mean, it would be easy because you like Iron Rule.
Yeah.
Rule.
Yeah.
What else? Help me, Rico. I see that. I see that.
The thing is, you have to incorporate Rule, but also I feel like you have to incorporate the fact his dad's a pastor.
Oh,
you got it, because you listen to him talk and you can tell he grew up in that environment.
The golden rule.
Oh, call him Reverend Rule. Reverend Rule.
There it is. So we came up with one, and I gotta believe your listeners can help us because
text machine. Start texting.
Text in some names of what we
need names, coaches,
and we can do this all week long because we'll get this those guys too. Text us what would be good wrestling names for each of the Big Ten coaches. It's got to be. It's got to be something we can read on the air. But Kyle and Jesse, though, they have more liberty because they're podcasts. So, but again, they don't want to see anything crazy.
You never know.
Not too crazy.
It's unfiltered. It's pretty raw.
You can tweet at them too. Beyond the Turf, you can tweet at them too.
Yeah, you can tweet. You can, I think we got Instagram. I think we got all the.
Yeah, you guys got it all.
We got the gram.
Yeah.
You guys,
We're
you guys
hip
don't
like
check
that.
your own socials. You guys have people for that. I don't run my own Twitter account. You know.
If I were on the Twitter account, we'd be like, who the heck is running this?
Right.
Hey,
We need wrestlers' names. We
Hey,
do.
one came across already. It says phony Ferens.
Oh, I like that. Oh, I love Texas Casanova. Ravishing big rule.
Okay. See, this is what we needed. This is why we.
right.
This is actually why we came on today. I mean,
The
Viking
Fleck. Oak Valley Husker Viking Fleck.
Viking Fleck.
Row the boat, yeah.
Row the boat. Yeah.
I got it. That's awesome.
You know, when
Here's-
we started
here's
this,
what
when we started Beyond the Turf, we're getting our LLC set up, and I'm talking to our attorney, and he's like, "Well, really, Kyle, what address do you want? Do you want your address or do you want Jesse's address?" And I was like, "I can use mine." He goes, "Really? We just want to know where your first libel suit's going to go." It's like, don't say that. Don't say that, Chris. It's not gonna be that bad.
Hey, because knowing Kyle, he's going, dude, he's got the paperwork ready. I know it's coming, so just let me know where to send it.
It's so bad.
We may have had a few conversations around that.
We're talking to the editor. It's like, yeah, you want to cut that part out.
That's awesome.
Well,
You just get rid of that.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna
You get
take
any other good names?
Well, I tell you what, we're
Oh,
gonna
we got-
hey, Kyle. Can you guys stick around
Yeah,
for one segment?
Yeah.
Sure.
Well, we're gonna
Yeah,
you guys keep those names coming because I got a few more questions I want to ask both Kyle and Jesse. Keep the names coming for his names because they'll be copying them down and want you to keep them coming all week. Again, what would be great wrestling names for the head coaches of the Big Ten? And don't forget USC and UCLA. You know, I can already hear the ones on Lincoln Riley. You know that are going to come in. Would come to that because so we'll see what happens with that. But again, we got Jesse and Kyle in for Beyond the Turf podcast. You definitely want to check that out. But we'll be back. We're going to look at a few commercials, some great stuff. But we got to come back with those guys because we want to hear some more about them because I got some great questions for them to come up. I know Raff does as well. Rico holding it down. We'll be right back on The Drive, The Ticket, 93.7. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to upgrade your combine? Don't wait. Act now to choose from the widest selection of used combines at Acres Equipment. Acres, Nebraska's leading John Deere combine dealer, is offering 2.9% interest for 60 months on over 100 pre-owned combines. Each combine includes our A-plus uptime program to keep you running flawlessly throughout harvest season. Go to acres.com to view a huge inventory of low-hour, late-model equipment. Find what you like, and we'll deliver it to your farm for free. Acres, solutions for every field.
Summertime is in full swing, and it's time to get to work on outdoor projects. Deck City is a great place to start as Lincoln's local source for everything decks. Deck City has everything you need to build the deck of your dreams, from treated lumber to Westbury aluminum railings and TimberTech composite decking. They offer advice from real deck professionals to give you proper guidance to make your project go smoothly. Call them today to schedule an appointment at 402-480-6671. Go online at deckcityne.com or visit their new location just north of 33rd and Cornhusker Highway. Deck City, your local deck experts.
Gray Diesel and Equipment Services is your go-to place in Lincoln for repairs and maintenance for diesel pickups to Class 8 over-the-road trucks and trailers, from bumper pole utility to full-size semi. Gray performs DOT inspections and are a service provider for fleet companies like ARI, Element Fleet, and FleetNet. They're a family-owned business in operation since 1952, and they keep a clean, friendly shop. Customer service is their top priority. Give Gray Diesel and Equipment Services a visit today with easy access just off I-80 and North 56th Street.
93.7 The Ticket. Fox KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see some patchy fog possible this morning. Otherwise, it'll be sunny, breezy, and very hot. We'll see a high around 104. Tonight, clear skies and warm overnight lows around 75 are expected. And tomorrow, more sunshine, another very hot day. We'll see a high around 105. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Junior Achievement of Lincoln inspires and prepares young people for success. Learn more about the people involved in the organization and the success stories over the years each Thursday from 7 to 8 p.m. for the Junior Achievement Hour on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hey, it's Jake Sorensen. Tune in this Friday as Early Break with myself, Steve Sipple, and Bill Bush broadcast from the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar ahead of the air show this weekend. You won't want to miss this one. That's this Friday for Early Break from 6 to 8 a.m. at the Nebraska Army National Guard hangar.
Sunday morning. It's quiet. Not in a weird, too quiet way. Calm, peaceful, tranquil. You pour yourself that cup of coffee. You slice yourself a hearty chunk of one of Beatrice Bakery's breakfast breads. Now, maybe you're an apple streusel guy. Nothing wrong with that. I can respect that. Personally, I'm a turtle nut man. Something about those pecans. But the real ones know, don't sleep on that date nut bread. Sweet, but not too sweet. Nutty, not overly. The perfect morning treat. Beatrice Bakery. Online at beatricebakery.com. Welcome to our world of yum.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
There's a buzz in the air at Kansas. Maybe it's the roar of fans here at the track or the anticipation of the playoffs as drivers fight to move on to the next round and keep their championship hopes alive. Maybe it's the pulse of the heartland, the thrill of speed, or the sounds of grills sizzling in the campgrounds. Whatever it is, it will be one memorable weekend. NASCAR Playoffs Weekend at Kansas Speedway, September 8th through the 10th. Get your tickets today at kansasspeedway.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We've got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with roof credit.
Old School with DP and J.
They have the run and gun offense coming in, a new head coach that's been given the longest runway of any coach in Wisconsin, new coach in Wisconsin history, to change the program to Cincinnati way, and a new defensive philosophy. They're ripe for the pick.
93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. This segment is proudly sponsored by Florio's Italian Restaurant and Grill, just south of Lincoln Southwest High School on 14th and Pine Lake Road. Florio's Italian Restaurant provides a cozy, family-friendly setting where good food and good company come together. Whether it's a family dinner, a date night, or a catch-up with old friends, Florio's is the perfect place to make special memories. All you have to do is visit FloriosNE.com or call 402-423-5576 to make reservations or place takeout orders. Boom, got it. Florio's, get there. So good.
Kyle, you hear this? I mean, that's professional.
Professional.
He sounded good.
Thank you.
It's hard. I saw him with that paper.
I love these guys.
That's strict pro. Right?
These guys just see and no talent.
Yep, that they do.
And you know what else? You know what else I know, Rico?
What?
Kyle, what's your favorite NFL team?
Broncos. There you go.
What's it?
Hey, number one bet.
Four and Mike 2.
Thank you. Thank you.
There we
Rico.
go.
Appreciate that.
So, how you doing?
Good man. I'm a Chiefs guy, so hopefully we can get along.
The mute monster got us every time. Every time.
We don't like the Broncos, apparently.
It's not that we don't like the Broncos. It's that you bring up the Broncos in every conceivable situation.
That's what a Bronco.
We could be talking about lint in a dryer, and you just be like, you know what else produces heat? The Broncos offense. And it'd be like, why? And then you're just sitting there. No matter what we say, you just go, let's ride. I'm like, you rode off a cliff. You rode off a cliff. I don't stop it.
Jesse, Rico speaks no lies, and I'm going to segue away from the Broncos because I like John Elway. I liked past tense the Broncos, and then when we started this show, it's almost, I told you, the analogy is like someone forcing you to eat green beans every day. After a while, you can't stand the smell of them, the taste of them, the sound of them. And Raff has created that with a lot of our listeners as well, is that we hate them now because that's all we hear about. And quite honestly, they have sucked. So it's like, dude, just leave them alone for a while. Maybe they'll get better. But nevertheless,
AD, let me jump in on this, AD, because here's what I experienced out in the real world. I experienced that with the Chief fan and the Patriot fan. I'm just putting that out there. They like when they were rolling, they're rolling with Mahomes, they're rolling with Brady. It's like all of a sudden, like their fan base quadrupled. Like they just came out of everywhere. It's like they were in hiding for years. At least the Bronco fan, hey, we're still here, loud and proud,
still fighting,
doing what we do.
Fight like a Bronco.
I mean, but as a Chiefs fan, that's been a Chiefs fan for a long time, like my whole life, man.
Yeah.
You got to be proud right now.
And I have great respect for that. And I
Schottenheimer was a great coach.
Yeah,
just never got to the big promise.
Yeah.
I can say Bill Kinney to you, and you understand what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
99.3% of the other Chiefs fans, you say Bill Kinney, and they're like, "Who's that?"
Yeah, right. Well, that's the point. Yeah, I will say this: Broncos right now are the #1 Super Bowl bet in Vegas just because of their odds.
Yeah,
Sean Payton, a less chubby Russell Wilson. I mean, I think he's down 35 pounds from last year to this year. He looks good.
He's fast,
aerodynamic. If you want to lose money, yeah, go ahead.
I like Rico, man. We can hang
That's like people. That's those people with disposable income.
This is a Patriots fan right now. So
okay, I can still hang out with him.
Hey, I'm still proud, even though we suck.
And a Yankees fan.
It's true, even though we suck. All my teams, except for the team that usually sucks, are terrible. The Knicks are actually good.
Yeah, that's amazing.
I'm living in backwards land. I don't know what's happening.
Hey, you gotta listen to our episode with Matt Abernathy when he's talking about the Knick fan, because he compares the Knick fan to the Knick fan to the Husker fan. Like, this is the most beat down fan.
Yep. It hurts.
It is amazing. Like, yeah, let's throw another 100 million at it and see how it goes.
I mean, you just get a glimpse of hope, and you're just like, hell yeah.
It's so bad.
And then Trae Young is taking bows at center court. Well, we did what we could.
Right.
Hey, but you know what, though? I will say this, though, about Peyton. I told Raff this, and I've said it a number of times on the air, too. The NFL is better when a lot of your blue blood programs and organizations are competitive. And I have nothing against Russell. I think he's quirky. He's crazy. But I think he's a good quarterback. And Peyton, I think if Peyton can't get it done with him, Peyton will find a quarterback to get it done. He's that good of a coach. And that's why I think Broncos, that was the guy that can bring locker room stability. He's not going to deal with all these shenanigans and your own office and camera crews. Like, no, we're here to play football. So Peyton, and Denver's too proud of a program, an organization, to continue to stay at that level. I just don't see them staying at that level. I don't. Peyton is going to get those guys competitive again, and it's going to serve notice. And again, I'll say it again. Now, granted, people are saying, well, you owe the guy $200 million, talking about Russell. I'm going to tell you right now, if it means winning, Peyton will bench his tail to get someone who can get it done. You can bet on that. Yeah. You can bet on that.
Yeah.
You must be out of your damn mind.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, can Russell Wilson be a top 12 quarterback in the NFL this season?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
With their O-line, which I think it's not going to be a top tier O-line. You're not in the top 10 offensive line.
It'll be better than last year.
Their running back and wide receiving core is, I'm going to say, better than average, but not not much. So
you got Cortland the year after a knee injury, so he's going to be better. Jerry Jeudy
just say he's going to be better after a knee injury.
A year after. I always look.
So you had year and then
a year after an knee. So he played last year. He got injured, rehab, played last year. I usually give him a year. Like Gabe Ervin, I give him a year. Last year, I gave him that year's sort of leniency to get back into it. Now this year, he don't even think about the knee. So
Gabe Ervin's big.
That's why you're like the year after a knee injury, he's going to be better. I was like, that's not how that works. Raff.
No,
this is coming back here.
So the second year. So he'll be back. You got Jerry Jeudy, who I still think he's on the verge of greatness. It's just
I do too.
It's just concentration wise that I don't, and I think he's just been frustrated the last couple of years because they kind of like the Nebraska offense. They'll roll right down the field with him, and then they'll decide, well, we don't want to throw to him ever again. And then fourth quarter they throw to him. It's like, be consistent with him. You'll be okay with that with consistency.
He's wicked fast.
Then Marvin Mims from Oklahoma. That's the key. If Marvin Mims can have any type of production this year, that'll make Denver's offense
go. Clip.
Yep. Marvin Mims.
So AFC is so hard.
In the AFC
is loaded.
AFC quarterbacks, where's Russell going to be?
3.
Oh wow!
Yeah, 3.
I have.
Good. Come on, Raff. Where you just get in?
Well, you got Mahomes.
3.
Mahomes 1.
Allen.
Oh, AFC. Oh, I thought you said AFC West.
No, AFC.
Justin Herbert.
Oh, no, AFC.
That's why I thought you said AFC. I had him 3rd in the AFC West. So
you had Mahomes. You had Mahomes, Herbert,
and
then
Russell, and then Garoppolo.
I think Burrow's better than Allen, personally.
Yeah, I think this is the year where he
is injury prone.
What
he's missed quite a
still
few.
hurt? Did we ever figure out what the
he'll be back? He'll be back for game 1.
Okay.
He's out there running around and stuff. He'll be ready to go.
I'll tell you this:
Mahomes, Burrow, Allen.
I'll tell you this to the Broncos, though, man. All that is great, but it goes back to Kyle's point. If they cannot protect Russell Wilson, it is going to be a long year. That's the bottom line. If he is running, and granted, I don't look at a lot of preseason stuff. I mean, a lot of things happen in preseason, etc. However, if they are not dramatically different and improved on the offensive line, Russell is going to have a very long, regardless of who's playing quarterback back there. You got to protect. It's the same situation here in Nebraska. You know,
I'd say it sounds like you're talking about Nebraska right now.
Yeah, doesn't Nebraska come down to
it's the same thing.
Nebraska comes down to
it's going to be the same situation.
The funny thing about the Broncos too now is they fell into another running back, and it just hurts the running back market more and more. Undrafted free agent from Youngstown State, Jaleel McLaughlin. Keep an eye on this guy. He is good.
Yeah,
led the country in rushing last year for Youngstown State, the entire country, but just didn't. Being that he went to Youngstown State, just didn't get a big enough look. But he's special. He's going to be really good. So
and
watch out.
With that being said, Raff,
So-
like I said, and I can know that kid's going to come in with a chip on his shoulder, like I told you yesterday. But if that offense, to me, it's all rests on the O line. If the O line can just be a little, not they're going to be more a little bit better. If their O line can protect, Denver is going to be a tough team. Bottom line.
So Nebraska, you brought up Nebraska. You guys did. So Nebraska is the bigger question mark coming into the season: the offensive line or the defensive line?
Kyle, you being a former offensive line guy, and you played on some very good. I mean, you were started.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you had some great lines when you played. You were a great lineman at Nebraska, man. You know what it takes. Me personally, I think it's going to be more on the offensive side, man. The defensive side kind of catches on quicker. I mean, both are important, imperative. You got to win in the trenches on both sides. I think the defense is intriguing because it's going to be a new defense as far as that goes. It's not as new as I think what some people throw it out there. Well, it's a 3-3-5. As we all know, you can change a 3-3-5 to a 4-3 or to a lot of different things at the snap of the ball. You know, But offensive line, either you can block or you can't.
Yeah, I think it comes down to, I mean, I really do. And you hate saying one guy makes or breaks that squad, but I think it comes down to, is Teddy 100% healthy? Because if he's healthy, then Cochran can play that right tackle spot. You got Newelly, you got Scott in the middle, you got Piper on the other side. All of a sudden, that's a top tier. They're on the top half of the Big Ten with that setup. But if you have to move Cochran back over to left tackle, pull Teddy out because he's not healthy. You got to throw in, I think they'll move Newelly to right tackle. Then you're plugging in an unserviceable left guard. All of a sudden, that offensive line has a completely different makeup. But I'm nervous about what do we return on the D line? Two?
I know the return's not there, but
we're going with true freshmen in the Big Ten against Minnesota.
I know.
We will know who we are in the third quarter against Minnesota, against that offensive line. We will know what our season's going to be right then.
They said that principals might play a pretty big role, and that's a true freshman.
I think Cal Linhart's going to be frisky. I think he's going to be something to watch.
But we don't really have the traditional nose tackle, plugger nose tackle.
No.
3-5.
No.
Right?
We got Nash, the polar bear.
He's strong.
If you're gonna wear number 0, you got to be a difference maker. So I expect Nash Hutmacher to make a big stride forward.
Now I understand that he's a nose tackle, he's a defensive tackle, and they don't get a lot of tackles, but he didn't have his first tackle in college until his 3rd year last year.
Whoa. He's plugging holes.
Well, and those guys aren't supposed to get tackled. They're supposed to take 2 bodies. They're supposed to free up the linebacker.
But you didn't fall into a tackle?
Jump on that pile.
You didn't
jump on that pile. Get that unassisted.
I got my half.
Hey, Rico, just
You're taking 2 bodies. Somebody has to run into you at some point.
Yeah.
You know what?
Now I understand there were a lot of people in front of him, but again, he played a few snaps here and there. I was at 1 tackle. He didn't have 1 tackle until his 3rd year in college.
You see some of those holes that got opened up against our D line?
I'm just curious to see if they really go between 17 and 25 deep on defense. That'll be interesting.
I think if you're the way defenses are run today, you need to have 17 to 20 deep. I mean, that Georgia defense.
Can they get there with what they have going that deep?
But you have to on the D line. I mean, those D linemen, they're like 4 and out, 4 full-time plays. I mean, good grief, they're all like 380 pounds, like
big boys.
Big old dump truck butts.
Well, Kyle and Jesse, this is something we mentioned last week on the radio. I was looking back at my notes from last week, and this was a stat that it shows you. Well, I'm just going to ask you both what you think, what's glaring to you. In 133 seasons in Nebraska football, there's only been 17 starters as freshmen on the offensive line. 4 of those were in the past 4 years.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And
that speaks to that development, right?
Exactly. In 133 years, we've had 17 starters as freshmen on offensive line. 4 of those were just in the past, 5 years. Kyle and Jesse, when you look at that and we look at the offensive line now, Kyle, you being a former O-lineman, think about you right after you get done at Southeast and then you're starting in August and September at Nebraska. Think about how cool that was to you. Now think about what does that say right now when you have that many freshmen that are in the past 4 years, which something has been rare on both sides of the ball as far as that goes.
I think what's interesting about that is back then, okay, let's take it back in 1998 when I played. So you walk in, it's like, all right, you're Dominic Raiola, you're starting in 98. He did redshirt, but he started as a freshman. I mean, he redshirted, he was a redshirt freshman. Okay, so he's there. He's surrounded by 4th and 5th year seniors, guys with incredible experience from tight end to the guard next to him to the center. So they're surrounded by aged guys. Look at that offensive line that we started last year. It was all sophomores.
Yeah.
I mean, it was all sophomores. So it's not just the one-off starting freshman like Teddy was last year or 2 years ago. It's not just these one-offs. They're surrounded by guys that don't know. They're surrounded by guys that aren't aged. I mean, I can't imagine. And this year, our first game is against Minnesota. You better believe their offense and defensive line, their average age is probably like 26. 26 and like 340 pounds.
They somehow seem to keep those 7 years of eligibility.
They found the COVID senior. 5 years later.
You're part of the 2015 recruiting class.
That's in Benedict left guard.
It's junior college. It doesn't count.
Right.
So Jesse, I think when you see that, what do you think, man?
Well, so I mean, to me, I think Nebraska's offensive line is more senior this year than it's ever been. But
Long time.
I mean, I think there's some questions. There's lack of playing time in two spots there right now.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, Teddy being mentioned here, Nori being another one that missed a whole year last year. So that's just a year's worth of experience and development.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we'll see how Nori responds this year. I think he's a question mark for me on the line. I mean, I think he's got all the skills to do it. It's just a question of whether or not when you get into game time and, you know, defenses start throwing stunts and different, you know, techniques at you, can he respond properly? I mean, and I'm not a pro athlete or even a collegiate athlete. I've watched the game enough to know that experience matters here. And
Scott and Cochran could be very valuable this season. Cochran's played, I think, every position on that line except center. And Scott, I think, has 36 starts coming from the Pac-12. So I mean, those two could really be anchors on that line. And if we can get Newelly back and playing full speed, being what he is capable of, and don't rush Teddy into it. I know we're going to need him against Minnesota, but if we don't, it's better to dump Minnesota and have him full speed against Colorado. I mean,
and you're gonna need him in the heart of Big Ten football in November, right? Like that's when you're gonna need a guy like Prohaska to be at his best.
Yeah.
Can I throw a grenade before we go to break?
Sure, why not?
Teddy's played like 4 games.
Yeah.
Game on. That's right.
Why do we think he's this generational tackle if we haven't really seen him do the one game that we saw him really exert his will was against Northwestern when Nebraska blew them out 2 years ago?
I mean, he played a pretty good game against Aiden Hutchinson, though.
Yeah, that's also the game that he blew his knee out.
But I'm saying, like,
he did. It was like a quarter and a half.
It's still a quarter and a half against the number 1 defensive end.
That's a great point.
But would he have been able to keep it up later in the game?
Yeah.
That's
the reason.
That's what I'm saying. We've seen a quarter and a half against Aiden Hutchinson,
which he was good on good.
Which is good.
He's the one draft pick.
I understand that.
I don't know about
the thing with Teddy too. That I guess why I have, just because he has played 4 games, is I've heard guys that have played, you know, at the highest levels, All-Americans and stuff, that have said, and I hear that, and if those people are saying that, that makes me think there is a light for him at the end of, just to stay healthy. That I think that's why he has that potential to be successful, because those guys that have had those All-Americans and stuff like that, they're usually pretty close to the vest with what they say, and they're not going to come out and anoint some guy really good if they're not really good.
They like him. The guys that know, the guys that know
and been around it. Yeah. So that's why I myself think that success is for him if he can stay healthy. So
for sure,
guys, we thank you so much for coming.
Awesome.
To the studio.
Hey, thank you for having us on.
Definitely bring you all back.
Before we go to break, real quick, Big Daddy Travis has a good point on here. He says, let's be real. We have a real coaching staff that gets physical at practice. We better be improved. And I think you're right on that, Big Daddy Travis, that where they're actually tackling and blocking live in practice now, which helps. And that helps quite a bit. Jesse, Kyle, Raff, take us home. Let them know how to get in touch with those guys. And Kyle, before you guys leave, go through that text line, look at some of the names that people brought out.
We're going to check that out. We're definitely checking it out. We need some help on the names.
Yeah.
All right. Beyond the Turf, get there, follow, watch, go to their Twitter, Instagram. They're on all the socials. And we will send it to break. Just the drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Thanks, guys.
Sandhills Global is hiring. Check out sandhills.jobs for more information. Sandhills is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more. Sandhills has a professional culture and is fast-paced with a focus on growth, innovation, and leading-edge technologies. Career and internship opportunities are available at our global headquarters in Lincoln, Nebraska. Apply today at sandhills.jobs.
Bagels & Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in August. Try their new lemon cream cheese on any bagel or breakfast sandwich. And try the Karma Latte, as 10% of proceeds from that drink will go to the Great Plains Trail Network. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels & Joe.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself. in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Hi, everyone. Kendall Warnock with A1 Automotive in downtown Lincoln. If you're looking for an automotive repair facility you can genuinely trust, we would be grateful for the opportunity to earn your business repairing your vehicle. We have ASE master technicians and qualified to work on a variety of vehicles from Hondas to Porsches, Jaguars to Toyotas, and Chevrolets to Fords. We pride ourselves on customer service and relationships, and we would be grateful for the opportunity to serve you. Give us a call at 402-477-4660. A1 Automotive, always honest answers.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down. Offer valid 9/30/2023. Subject to change without notice. Offer available on approved purchases of select new unregistered Kawasaki vehicles. Model and year exclusions apply. Cannot be combined with promotional retail financing rates. Integrated Life Choices has been inspiring opportunities for individuals with disabilities for more than 15 years in Lincoln and across Nebraska by offering a number of services. From group homes to independent living resources and job training, you'll find the support that allows people to live fulfilling lives. They're also hiring. If you're looking for a rewarding career supporting people with developmental disabilities, you can check out open positions along with learning more about services at ilc.net. Integrated Life Choices.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to hnhroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Introducing the Planet Fitness Guide to getting that post-workout glow. Step 1, what's your why? More epic energy? Better sleep? Blow off steam? Step 2, join Planet Fitness for just $10 a month and get moving. Go cardio crazy in our clean and spacious clubs, or get down with some dumbbells and strength equipment. Step 3, bask in that post-workout glow. Join Planet Fitness today for just $10 a month. It's glow time. See Club for details.
This is Bud Seinhorst, President and CEO of LIBA, the Lincoln Independent Business Association. Join us every Saturday from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket for the LIBA Business Hour, as we discuss local business and highlight those who are thriving in the Lincoln area. It's the LIBA Business Hour, Saturdays from 9 to 10 a.m. on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. The home of Kansas City Royals baseball. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. This is The Drive with AD and Raff on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket. We are proudly sponsored by Sandhills Global. Sandhills Global is looking to fill hundreds of new openings in sales, traveling support, software development, web design, and more.
Career and internship opportunities are available at the global headquarters in Lincoln. Apply today at sandhills.jobs. Got it. Boom.
Boom.
All right.
All right. AD, we're going to
RGT
do something really fast because somebody needs to dip out of here. So
I got my 10 o'clock meeting, so we got to knock out some RGT right now.
Let's do it.
It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take. It's time for Raff's Good Take right now. Beautiful song. Beautiful song.
Gets worse every time.
How do I be positive with the Raff's Good Take and I have that negativity right out of you?
It gets better every time.
Wow. Horrible. All right.
I'm a good person.
Yes, I know. All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take is a birth announcement.
Ooh.
I want to send a big congratulations out to Andrew and Aaron Butsky. They had a little baby boy this weekend. His name is Kai Hollis O'Neill Butsky. I just wanted to congratulate them both. Aaron is the head cheerleading spirit squad coach at Nebraska. Andrew, chiropractor here in Lincoln. Both just a great couple. But I just wanted to congratulate them and make that Raff's Good Take because they're so deserving and they're going to be awesome parents. So that's my Raff's Good Take for the day.
Congratulations. New babies are always great.
Yep. So baby Kai. Andrew's are like, you got to mow the lawn when we get home. I'm like, wow, that's going to be a tough dad right there.
All right,
Big congrats. Big congrats. The 80 Attitude Adjustment is sponsored by Integrated Life Choices. ILC is hiring for direct support professionals over the state of Nebraska, full-time, part-time, days, weekends, and evenings. Weekends help ensure meaningful life for the people that you support and helping achieve their hopes and dreams. Apply at ilc.net/careers. Folks, it was a great show today. There was a lot of fun, a lot of laughter, a lot of great input as well. It's always great to have good friends and former teammates on the air. So again, follow out to Beyond the Turf with Kyle and Jesse. Today's Attitude Adjustment is a quote that I found. I love this. It says, in the roller coaster of life, learn to be grateful for the downs because without them, we would never notice the highs. Even if you're going through something, folks, down times, crazy times, weird times, those times make you enjoy the good times even more. That's why this wedding this weekend was huge. It allowed me to get my mind off my own issues, life, etc., and just enjoy being alive in some of the high points in life. So as you're going through the low times, man, learn to appreciate those times in this roller coaster because without them, you wouldn't notice the high points as much. And we're going to end on a high note. Rico, appreciate you coming in as always, man, holding it down on the board. I know you guys got a great show coming up on Happy Hour as well. Folks, thanks for joining us this morning on The Drive with AD and Rav. Had both Nick and Rico. You were dope. Pleasure with them, those guys having us here with also Kyle and Jesse. Double duty, man, holding it down. We got a great week for you. Also great shows today, so stay tuned. Folks, thanks for hanging out with us. It's The Drive with AD and Rav. Rico holding it down the mothership, 9.7 Ticket. Grace, have a great Monday.
The Captain Show coming up next. They're going to be live from Club Pilates. Maybe you'll get to see a little bit. Get on out there. Maybe you'll get to see a little bit of the Captain, the black shirt, Bach, doing a little bit of Pilates. So the Captain live from Club Pilates here in Lincoln. Keep listening. 93.7 The Ticket, theticketfm.com.
Are you working in or looking to get into the electrical construction industry? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to start your electrical.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports Lincoln, and they've scouted out the best Kawasaki side-by-side deals for you. Score up to $2,500 off the 2023 Kawasaki Teryx and up to $1,000 off Mule Pro FX and FXCs. Whether you want to handle the toughest task in a trusted, tried and true mule or looking to dominate adventure in a Teryx, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of Kawasaki side-by-sides in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in